All right, back on. First sub for the Wildcats tonight. Coming in for Westport will be number 14, Wilfred De Jesus, a swing player for the Wildcats. Look to get varsity action tonight for the first time. Quinlan needs help. Glant's going to lose the ball. That's taken back by the Lions. And Kojo pushed down. It's going to be helped up. Mayo to inbound it. Foul called on the Wildcats. And they foul Kojo. So it'll be an inbound pass. Just barely gets it to Mayo. He needs help though. Can't find it. Owen Boudria takes it back for Westport. 1:38 left in the first quarter. Wildcats up 12-7. Quinlan makes it a 7-point lead, 14-7 now. Wildcats have had a slow start so far tonight on the perimeter, but inside the paint, they've looked awesome. Rebounding, just knocking down shots off the paint left and right. Cronin loses it. He's got two guys on him. Kojo takes it to the rim, will be fouled, and to the line for the Lions. 5 fouls already for the Wildcats. Kojo with the first one. Pinballs around and can't sink. Stills the second. Just over a minute left to play after this shot. That one, feather in the basket. De Jesus takes it down. Boudria is going to take it in all by himself. 2 more off the clear for Owen Boudria. 16-8, Wildcats up. Minute left in the first quarter. Kojo goes down. That's a foul against number 5, Will Quinlan, for the Wildcats. That is now the 6th foul against the Wildcats. They are up by 8, but you need to wonder, with the foul count getting up this high, it almost makes you worry a little bit about foul trouble later in the game, about your players if the game were to get closer and you're going to need your important guys. Kojo. Both free throws are banked off the iron. No good. Still 16-8. De Jesus storms down the court and pumps the brakes just in time for the layup. Shot high off the iron, no good. And it will be given to the Lions. A little over 30 seconds left to play here as the first quarter winds down. Westport still up 16-8. Can they hold that 8-point lead heading into the second quarter? Defense has to hold strong here. That was Cronin passing it back out to Kojo. Mayo keeps it in bounds. No one there. And it's stolen by Krenicki. Glant needs some help there. Owen Boudria's been all around the court tonight. 1.7 seconds left on the clock. Ball to the Wildcats. Boudria tips it way downtown, off the front of the rim. So at the end of the first quarter, an 8-point lead for the Wildcats. Very physical game so far, at least for the Wildcats. It seems like you're seeing a very inside the paint kind of offense for the Wildcats so far. Not really what we're used to seeing. This team has been very balanced, but I would say so far this game, really getting all their points from inside shots, layups, and rebounds. And 8 points for the St. John Paul Lions. Majority of those, if not all of those, have been shots from the free throw line. So going to the foul line, getting their points, only had 2 fouls against their team. Playing with an explosive offense, but not as physical as the Wildcats so far in this matchup. Great performance by the Westport Wildcat cheerleading squad to boost team spirit here. Decent student section turnout for the opening game of the season. Like I said earlier, Westport, a little bit of a down year last year, went 5-15, but very helpful going into this year. They have a lot of new players, and the team so far seems to be clicking great on the court. Lions back to the hardwood. Like I said at the start, the Wildcats under another year of leadership by Coach Scott Boudria. He's done a phenomenal year, or he's had a phenomenal career here at Westport. Continues to have one. Quinlan stuck. Zeus drives in and short off the bottom of the square. Start of the second quarter here. If you're just joining us now, Wildcats are up by 8, 16-8 in the home opener. 3, no good. It's going to be rebounded there. So number 10, Tim Cronin for the Lions, bailed out by his teammate under the rim. Cole Boudria works his way inside. Almost an and one. Ball just can't sink in. Cole Boudria to the line, slap on the arm is going to get him there. Now for 2. Put the Wildcats back up by 8. A swish on the first. Number 14, De Jesus is going to stay in for the Wildcats at the start of the second quarter here. Cole Boudria now at the second. Nothing but net. So 18-10. Wildcats maintain an 8-point lead here with 7:03 left in the second quarter. Mayo drives in, is going to lose it. Krinicki and Quinlan so far this game have been an unstoppable defensive duo. Dunked there by Owen Boudria. Good stuff for number 4. 20-10. Wildcats up by double digits now. Boudria brothers putting pressure on Kojo. He sticks with it. Great dribbling. Eventually going to lose it though. And the Wildcats are going to get the ball back. Quinlan to set things in motion. He's going to inbound it to Cole Boudria. 6:27 left. Second quarter and first half. Wildcats with the ball here. Krinicki for 3. Nothing but net from Alex Krinicki. First shot from the perimeter for him. 23-10. Wildcats starting to pull away here. Hail Mary down to number 11, Quincy Heisch. Lions stick with it. That is a 3 for number 3 for the Lions. 3's no good. 13-point lead for Westport. Owen Boudria drives in and is going to get fouled. Timeout taken by the Wildcats. 5:40 left on the clock. And so far, 2 fouls the start of the second half. Or start of the second quarter for St. John Paul. Play through the lines has started to get a little more sloppy, has been working in favor of the Wildcats. I can only imagine what Coach Boudria is saying to his team in this moment. Doing good so far, but they want to make sure they don't get too ahead of themselves. They want to make sure they keep passes smart, don't do anything reckless. It's been the issue for the Lions so far. Wildcats with the ball after the timeout. Boudria to inbound it on the baseline. That'll be number 23, Cole Boudria. Searching for his man. And it will be a high pass to De Jesus. Krinicki takes it in. Shot can't land. Great effort though, pushing his way through. And tipped by Owen Boudria out of bounds. Still, great job sticking with the ball. Good catch by Coach Boudria on the sideline there. De Jesus and Quinlan both going for the ball there. And it will stay Lions because of that. Mayo, inbound pass to Cronin. Now deep downtown for number 2, Gabe Kojo. No good, it'll rattle in and out. De Jesus has been a great added physical presence on the court, and this team, they're just pushing the Lions around so far. 5:09 left in the second quarter, and it's 23-10. Wildcats still up by 13. Looking to add to the lead, though, is Owen Boudria. 2 more from off the glass. 25-10 makes it a 15-point lead. Four-court press here for the Wildcats. Travel called against the Lions. Number 4, Griffin Mayo, does not like that call. You can tell. Krinicki at the top of the key. Wildcats setting in motion. It's back out. Cole Boudria. It's going to fake it. Boudria takes it in. He's going to fire it up, land it, and 1 for Cole Boudria. 27-10. Make it 28-10 if he lands this. 4:22 left in the first half here, second quarter, whatever you want to call it. Sinks it. Nothing but net that time. Krinicki is ready to pounce on that one. Barely got by. Quinlan's been taking a lot of heavy hits, especially from number 4 for St. John Paul's. Good job trying to size up your man, though. He will go to the bench, and back in comes number 2, Max Gallant. Also in comes number 24 for the Wildcats, Kingston Cordero, another swing player. Out comes Krinicki. Krinicki and Quinlan, both 2 great first halves. That pass way too far. Gallant, he's here. He's going to let it go out of bounds. Wildcat ball. Wildcats set it up. Fake by Cole Boudria. He'll fake it twice that time. De Jesus, first points of the game, drives it in. 20-point lead for the Wildcats here at home in the season opener. 3:43 left on the clock, and they were up 30-10. Number 3, Sam Scialetti, stripped by the Wildcats. 2 more for De Jesus. And a timeout will be taken. Wildcats really putting the pressure on the Lions now, and they're starting to feel it. 32-10 with about 3:30 left in the first half. Wildcats right now in a comfortable position. Only 1 foul this quarter. That does make up for the 6 they had last quarter. But you got to think maybe, you know, jitters. First game you're playing, first time you're playing together on the hardwood here for a game that really counts. You know, you're obviously going to make a few mistakes, but they're already starting to figure that out. That's a great sign for Westport. St. John Paul with the ball after the timeout. It'll only be number 1, Greg Kojo, in the game right now for the Lions, and he's going to lose it. Pickpocketed by Cole Boudria, and that pass just straight back into the hands of St. John Paul's Kojo. Number 11, Quincy Heiss chucks it up that time, no good. Cole Boudria for 3, that one rattles in. 35-10. Wildcats 25 points. That's what they're up by. Oh! Tips it in there. Owen Boudria. Two more for Owen Boudria. Make it 37-10 for the Wildcats. 2:42 left in the second quarter. Number 3, Brody Gerard. He's another swing player come in for the Wildcats. Wildcats feeling good right now. Trying to give some more players, newer players, experience at the varsity level. It's awesome. Great to see. De Jesus in. Great job by De Jesus sticking with it. 39-10. Wildcats starting to pull away seriously here. Another bad pass for St. John Paul. The passing so far this game has been a struggle for the Lions. It's really hurting their game. .219 left in the second quarter. Gerard at the top of the key, hands it off to Gallant. Just short that time. Gallant loses his footing there for a second. It's going to stick with his man. And a push called against number 2, Max Gallant. Obviously not happy with that call. And I do have to agree with him. That was a light push call. Ooh. Gallant goes down. That's Scioletti. Bounces off the iron. Lions having trouble on the perimeter. Girard flips one in for two. His first two of the game. 41-10. We got ourselves a 31-point lead here in Westport with 1:30 left to play. Chucked up and in. Number 5, Tyler Ross. I do believe those are his first 2 points of the game for St. John Paul II. De Jesus called on the foul while trying to set the pick. Now, number 0, Jason Gaudreau, 00, will be sent in for the Wildcats. Now, young team on the court, they continue to dominate. Lions, on the other hand, trying to stick with that core starting lineup. They got 3 of them out on the court right now. 41-12. Seems like Coach Jeff Dillon for the Lions to be in some dispute with the refs. All figured out. And on his way in, Coach was going to lose it. Lions stick with it, though. Now, first foul of the game for 00, Jason Gaudreau. So, sinks the first one. That's number 1, Greg Cadjo. Now at the second, looking to trim down the Wildcat lead just a little bit. That one bangs off, rebounded by Gaudreau. 41-18. Wildcats still with a dominating lead on this game, and we have under a minute left to play here in the first half. Inside to Girard with the flick of the wrist there. Excellent job. Great spin on that ball. That was an excellent layup. Kojo takes it in. It's going to get stopped by Gaudreau and Girard, putting up the wall. Westport feeling no rush here. They're going to lose the ball, though. That pass a little ahead, and Kojo's going to have to pump the brakes. That was inside to Heisch. And the jumper off the iron. Now a deep one. That one off the top of the glass. Nowhere close. 6 seconds left. Shot clock is off. And the Wildcats up by 30. 0.1 seconds left. Doubt the Lions will be able to get anything off, so it will be a 30-point lead. 43-13. Heading into the second half for the Wildcats. Fantastic first half for Westport. Game has been physical. They've been diverse with their shots, and man, this team just looks great chemistry-wise. So we'll be back in 10 minutes with more Westport basketball action, but now a performance for the Westport cheerleading squad. more Westport Wildcat basketball action. If you're just joining us now for the start of the second half, the Westport Wildcats so far stunning the St. John Paul II Lions, 43-13. Now St. John Paul to start off the second half. Ball batted down by Quinlan, but he's going to get fouled for it. And that is the start to this second half. That'll be number 4, Griffin Mayo, sophomore, for the Lions to the line. Can't hit the first one. It'll stay a 30-point lead for the Wildcats. So going to drop in the second, though, 43-14 in the first 5 seconds of play here in the third quarter. Oh, Boudria fighting for the pass. Jump ball is going to be given to the Wildcats. Looks like Boudria, Cole Boudria will take it. An interesting formation here. They've used it second. This is the second time they've used it tonight. Now Gallant fouled now. Number 2 for Westport. He will go to the line, look to get the first points of the second half for the Wildcats. First one is good. Now the second to put it to a 31-point lead. That one drops in too, 45-14. Westport crushing St. John Paul so far. Great pass by Gallant to Quinlan. Quinlan's going to get pickpocketed there by Greg Kojo. And Cole Boudria returns the favor to Kojo's twin. And it's going to come up short on the layup. But doesn't matter. He will go to the line for 2. So 7:21, already 2 fouls against the Lions. Cole Boudria cannot miss on the foul line tonight. He's done an excellent job. That second one, I must have jinxed him, doesn't hit it. And quick wraparound pass there by Kojo. Very inaccurate miscommunication. It's going to give it back to the Wildcats. Gallant takes it down all by himself. 48-14, 34-point lead for Westport with 6:59 left in the third quarter. Tim Cronin uncontested on his way down that time. Coach Boudria, smart play, telling his player stop from possible foul. 48-16, Wildcats still up by 32. Boudria inside of Krinicki, and one for Alex Krinicki. Number 2, Gabe Kojo comes out for St. John Paul. In comes number 3, Sam Schialetti. Krinicki sinks the and one, and it'll be a 51-16 game here with Westport on top so far. Cronin on the way down. Quinlan, another foul against him. Starting to not like these fouls. I will have to admit, there has been a few calls this game that are definitely questionable, but Wildcats need to start playing a little safer, or at least certain players. So Quinlan may take him out of the game. Back in, number 14, Wilfred De Jesus. 6:31 left the third quarter. St. John Paul with the and one. So they'll get 3 there. It is 51-19. 32-point lead still for Westport. Cole Boudria at the top of the key. Great fireball passes inside the paint. And that layup that time missed by Gallant. But it's worked out for the Wildcats mostly. That was number 10, Tim Cronin, 4-3. He'll drop it in, 51-22. Cut down a little bit of the lead for Westport, 5:56 left. And Boudria this time for Westport, he's gonna work it in himself. That was Owen Boudria that time. Shot's gonna roll off the iron, no good. Rebound, take it back in for De Jesus. He'll go down under the rim. Will De Jesus. To the line now. Ooh, that one, flick of the wrist there, it's gonna sink in. He puts it back to a 30-point lead for Westport. Chance to make it 31. That one's gonna pinball around, slips in and out. So no good on the second, but it is a 52-22 game here. Coach is gonna get around to Jesus, and it's off the foot of Heisch. Wildcat ball. Talking about fouls for both this team, it was very high in the first quarter for the Wildcats. They had 6, but so far for the rest of this game, it's been St. John Paul that's really been racking them up. Layup by that time comes up short for Owen Boudria. Three off the front of the rim and no good. Ooh, Gallant. That ball batted away. And now Cole Boudria to inbound the ball. Kojo tips it out on the Lions, still with Westport. 4:57 left in the third quarter, still a 52-22 lead. Krinicki muscles his way to the rim, and one. Miles Krinicki, unstoppable this game. (54-22). Can he get the extra? Yes, he will, without a doubt. 55-22. Westport continues to stay on top here. That one stolen by Owen Boudria. Get a little push that time. High pass to Krinicki. That one off the rim. No one there to save it. It'll be a St. John Paul ball. Mayo chucks it to Cronin. Cronin's gonna lose it for a second. Mayo takes it in from off the clear, 4-2. 31-point game now, 55-24. Timeout taken by Coach Boudria, not liking what he sees, it looks like. Performance by the Westport Wildcat cheerleading team. Wildcats, the momentum has not stopped so far here in the second half. And about halfway through the third quarter, Coach Boudria trying to keep his team orderly and just sophisticated. They look great. Westport in the bonus early on here. Should help them out. They've been great on the foul line, especially Cole Boudria. All right. Now, back after the quick break. Westport Wildcats with the ball. Gallant at the controls. Going to hand it off. Krinicki has it in the corner. He's going to think twice about it, though. He'll take it anyway, get the back. That one comes up short. Rebounded by the Lions. Greg Kojo takes it down. Flicks it to Mayo, and it is stolen by Alex Krinicki. He's going to tip it to Owen Boudria, who lays it in for two. This has been an awesome, fast-paced game. Hail Mary! I think it's football with that pass. That was crazy. It came up just short. Owen Boudria tipping it in favor for the Wildcats. They're going to score off of it, 59-24, and it's now 59-26. 3:14 left in the third quarter. Wildcats up by 33. De Jesus, two more. Excellent varsity start here by Will De Jesus. He's having an awesome night tonight. Flicks it inside to Scialetti, and Krinicki's there to stop him. Coach Boudria calling for his team to pump the brakes. Gallant on the inside. Mostly uncontested that time. He moved so quick, but shot just isn't going to land. Cronin inside the paint pass to Mayo. 4-2. 61-28. 2:23 left to play here, third quarter. Boudria inside to Boudria. Kojo's pass taken back by the Wildcats. That one by Owen Boudria. He will be fouled. And we'll go to the foul line. Timeout taken. 5 fouls plus now for St. John Paul. Defensively, they've been trying to keep up with the Wildcats, but just cannot stay as clean. And the sloppy defensive play really starting to hurt them. Can't quite keep up with Westport. Young fan on the court shooting for fun. Got close a few times there from the half line. Back after the timeout, Owen Boudria is going to take his shot from the foul line. He's going to take his time. Rolls off the front of the rim. Kojo flicks it to Cronin. Jumper comes up short, rebounded by Krinicki. He sticks with it. Great hands that time by Alex Krinicki. Under 2 minutes left to play here, third quarter. Wildcats still up 63-28. 35-point lead here for Westport. Ooh, dunk comes up short that time. Owen Boudry goes down. No foul called that time. It's number 3. St. John Paul gonna get 2 down on the other end. And 1 now for Griffin Mayo. He'll go to the line. Look to make it a 32-point game. Doesn't seem like much, but every point matters, even when you're down by a lot. 63 to 31, 32-point lead. Wildcats stick with it. 1:15 left to play here, third quarter. DeSuze from the top of the key. 6 with the ball. It's tipped there by Mayo. DeSuze works it in, and tipped in by Owen Boudry. Great job helping his teammate out there. High flick pass to Heisch. Now Heisch to Cronin. That one off the clear, nowhere close to the rim. Wildcats starting to work the clock here, 41 seconds left in the third. Feeling comfortable. Cole Boudry are gonna lose it on the way into the rim that time. Cronin, 4-2, 65 to 33. Shot clock is off now as Krinicki muscles his way through. He'll take a shot to the head. He'll shake it off though. Good man right there. 12 seconds left on the clock. Kojo slips for a second there. Cronin comes up short twice. It's tipped by Gallant. Great job keeping it in bounds. Wildcats try to get another shot off in time, but as we entered into the final quarter of play, Wildcats already have 65 points. It'll be 65 to 33 if you're just tuning in now. Westport dominating at home season opener to St. John Paul. All right, back for the fourth quarter here in Westport. St. John Paul with the ball to start. Kojo in the back court. Passing the inside. Mayo sticks with it. He's going to flick it up, get it on the second try. 30-point game now. Wildcats up 65 to 35. 7:37 left on the clock in this matchup. Wildcats really stuck with the core of their starting lineup. Had to take Quinlan out, had quite a few fouls. Tyler Ross for St. John Paul, the lines, he's gonna lose it. It was tipped out of his hands, lost it. It'll stay a Lions ball though. And drop the pass to number 2, Gabe Kojo. That one can't find a way in, rebounded by Krinicki. And he'll clear it with Gallant. Will DeJesus at top of the key. Set things in motion for the Wildcats. Clock's starting to wind down. There's 6 seconds left. Got to get something off. Gallant for 3. That one rolls off. Rebounded by Tyler Ross. 6:28 left to play here. Out of bounds on Westport. Wildcats still up 65-35. No one has scored so far in this. Actually, sorry, there's been one score so far. 65-37. Lions cut it down to a 28-point game. Grinnicky with the pick. He's gonna set up Cole Boudria. Gets a shot off in time, but can't stick with it. Can't land the shot. .5:38 left here in the fourth quarter. Westport starting to slow down here offensively, but they played their hearts out so far. And up 67-39, it's a 28-point lead. Maybe just starting to conserve some energy. Cole Boudria storming down court. He's going to lose it, though. And we'll go out on Boudria and back to the Lions. Owen Boudria works it around the Kojo twins. He's got two of them on and sinks it regardless. So despite two defenders, Owen Boudria is going to work his way past the Lions defense. 69-39. .30-point game here. 4:49 left. Subs made for the Lions. Back in from number 3 to number 11. And now the whole bench is going to come out for the Westport Wildcats. We've seen everyone in here at least once except for number 11, Dan Hughes. Get his first start tonight. Cordero to Quinlan. Now Quinlan looking for his man. Ross is going to tip it out of the hands of Cordero. He sticks with it, takes it in, pass to Hughes. Hughes up for two, comes up just short. Great drive in there by Dan Hughes. Mayo loses it on the way in. He's going to be fouled, though. To the line for two. 4:13 left to play. Still a 30-point lead for Westport. Mayo sinks the first. No problem hitting both those shots. 69-41, Wildcats with the ball. Cordero needs help. He's going to be relieved by Gerard. And Brody Gerard at the top of the key. Trying to look for an opening here. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. It's now 7 seconds. Hughes passes it out to Quinlan. Great footwork there. And Quinlan's shot comes up short. 3:31 left to play here in the game. The Kojo shot intercepted that time by Dan Hughes. I'll take it back for the Wildcats. Gaudreau with it. 4-2 with the jumper. pinballs off, rebounded. Scialetti. Up and over, tipped by Gaudreau back into the hands of the Wildcats. 69-41 still. 2:54 left to play here in the game. Quinlan drives in, and up and over for two, Will Quinlan. Back to a 30-point game, 71-41. Oh, Hughes tips it that time. Mayo's able to keep it back in the hands of the Lions. Kojo can't take on the three Wildcat players. And Cordero tips it for two. 73-41. 2:13 left to play. Kojo with the jumper off the rim. Girard with the ball. Seven seconds left on the shot clock. Stan Hughes drives in. He goes down. Shot's no good. Layup good by Griffin Mayo. It looks like more subs coming in for the Lions. Under 2 minutes left to play here in the fourth. 73-43. Will Quinlan for two, storms his way back in. Ooh. Some sort of call that time. Could have been a travel. 74-43 for Westport. 31-point lead here at home. 1:13 left to play. This game's starting to wind down. Kojo, shot comes up short, off the rim. Good tips by Quinlan and Dan Hughes. And they will foul number 14, Dirvaj, for the St. John Paul Lions. First one off the front of the rim. Second one up in the air. It's going to roll out. 1:01 left to play here. Westport's bench has done a great job of keeping this game interesting tonight. They've done a great job keeping the score up too. 50 seconds now. And miscommunication there by St. John Paul is going to give it back to Westport. Cordero takes it in. That one pinballs around, comes up short. Ooh, Dan Hughes gets a whole hand on the ball that time and rejects. Kojo's gonna whack it out of his hand. 18 seconds left to play, shot clock is off here. Girard for three! Brody Girard. Three-pointer from downtown. 77-43, it's a 33-point game, 5 seconds left. Looks like the Wildcats are gonna pull away with this one. And that is it. A 33-point home win to start the season off for the Westport Wildcats. They looked fantastic this game. Starting lineup and bench. Great defense, great physicality, great shot selection all around. Good job by the Wildcats. Look to keep the momentum going next time they play. Till then, I'm Jack Keene, and this is Westport Basketball.